I always questioned how I ended up the way I am. Dangerous, cold-blooded, ruthless. But the answer to their questions is a long story, and a simple answer all at the same time. When you spend years gathering, hiding, and looking after your own wounds, the sight of theirs seems perfectly normal. You see, when I was younger, I was a different person. I was naive, full of hope, reckless. I think those who knew me in my childhood would say they didn't recognize me now, but I can't be certain what they would think because none of them are still alive. You see, as I mentioned, I was reckless, not realizing the risks I was taking. I was full of hope. Hope in a brighter future, hope in myself, hope in all those around me. And that made me naive. And I trusted them, shared secrets, whispered fears and faults, and broadcasted my weaknesses. And that made me weak. Weak enough to be betrayed, to be hurt, again and again, until the sight of their betrayals, the wounds of my skin, the gashes in my heart, until all the pain became standard. I guess we really can get used to almost anything. And this was just another thing I got used to. Except I did change. I did grow. I grew to be less trusting, building walls around my heart. I grew to be less reckless, calculating every move I made. Calculating the risk against the reward, the chance I would get hurt. And I also started calculating the chance the other would get hurt. And somewhere along the lines of my story, the plot shifted. I was still getting hurt, don't get me wrong, but that didn't change overnight. But I started retaliating, hurting those who hurt me, both in the past and in future endeavors. And I found that the sight of their pain didn't shock me as I thought it would. I guess having seen the same on my body made it easier to understand, easier to cope with, easier to inflict. And so I kept fighting back until I didn't get hurt anymore. People were less likely to betray me now that they knew I fought back, and I was less likely to trust them in the first place to let any betrayal take place. There were a few people I trusted, and so far it has gone both ways. And if my past has been good for anything, it's the knowledge that if anyone does anything to hurt the ones I love, my history allows me to be dangerous, cold-blooded, and ruthless in their defense.